Hello and welcome to the Klipper Golf Course. Back again with the coach.
Thank you, Kevin.
Hey, coach, so I wanted to talk about wedges, okay? Particularly when you're inside of 100 yards or you're inside of a full swing, okay? So I'm a great golf consumer. I watch a lot of golf on the PGA Tour, LPGA Tour, Champions Tour, Live, YouTube golf. I watch all of that stuff. I love it. Every single day when I go home, get on the computer and I'm watching this stuff. I'm consuming a bunch of it. And, you know, I've been noticing that there's two different schools out there, and some even combine the two of them. But one school is they are working their wedges and they're playing like, I go back to 9 o'clock, or I go back to halfway back, or whatever. You know, they have a distance that they go back and then they go through. And then you have the other school where it's by feel, right? You know, I look at the target and the distance, I take it in, I rehearse it, I have a feel, I go with that. Same swing every time, but the feel dictates what's gonna happen next, okay? Wesley Bryan, right? Field player, his technique is he sizes it up, gets a visual, gets a clear picture, feels that, goes with it. It's almost like he says he's making the same swing every time, but what he gets in from his visual is going to dictate what it feels like to him. Then you've got, I was watching him play a wedge contest with Jason Day, doing a different sort of technique, doing more mechanical. And the ultimate is Bryson DeChambeau, right?
Right.
Ironically, he struggles with his wedges. But anyways, when you say struggle, relatively speaking, right? Struggling for a touring professional is great for someone like me. But anyway, what are your thoughts on that? Is one better than the other? Is there a way to combine the both? What do you think?
I suggest both. Myself, I prefer to work on just feel. I've been in the indoor technology way before most people, and I didn't get rewarded by it personally. Once I detached myself from it, and you know, like I said to you earlier, I played football, baseball, and basketball with some success in distance control, visual, you know, distance control. So I think that comes into my 100-yard end. I'm sure I can benefit again a little bit more from some numbers, knowing some numbers. Like, well, you know,
there's another thing though. We're older.
Yeah.
And you know, when we were introduced to technology, it wasn't the same technology. It was inferior. The numbers were not accurate. So immediately we're getting false information. It's very discouraging. And it's only the people that are from our generation that persevered and continued on until not too long ago that are with it. But I like you, gave up on it a long time ago. I got myself a launch monitor back when they first came out, thinking this was the greatest thing since sliced bread, and it sucked. I wasted a bunch of money, you know? But anyway, so continue though.
Yeah, I think the consumer today, the player today, should have all access. Try it all, but give it time.
Yeah.
And then find out what works best for you. But combining the two, as you said, you're watching it at the highest level. You're seeing the numbers. You're seeing the dispersion or proximity to the hole is improving. I go back to Jordan Spieth when I think about the best wedge player of all time.
Yeah.
There was nothing dialed in with that, with numbers and technology. That was, you know, from any side or any distance, he just knew something, felt something, and did something. And,
he had the junior golf software, right?
Yeah,
all the repetitions he made in junior golf was running through the computer.
Then it also made it easier because you could make every putt after every pitch you hit. So it didn't matter where he was. Yeah,
no pressure, right? Put it anywhere on the green, knocking into putt.
Bringing that up though, that the people put so much pressure on themselves to get close, and then they miss the putt.
Right.
They pressure themselves the next time to get even closer, and I think their technique fails from that.
Right.
That exposure to failing to, you know, validate the shot with the putt. So if you're going to work on that, I would work on the putting right after, like they said they were doing, like a little contest.
Yeah.
See if you can validate from that distance.
Well, and you know what was really interesting? I got some I got some indirect intel from that. It was a passing comment they were making, but I forget which one of them was hitting a putt, and he alluded to the fact that he was trying not to miss it. He was thinking about the outcome of the match, and he said, I lost my focus and didn't stay in my routine or something to that effect. But the whole point was thinking about making or missing the putt, thinking about the result, not committing to the process. That was so huge, because I think, like for myself, when I commit to the process, the results are pretty good. But the weakness in the mind is you always start to spin towards the result.
I think that we're seeing that much more honest players. They're talking.
They're open about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Before, if someone missed, it was, you never knew why. They wouldn't talk about it. All these mental
Poker players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not the case anymore. There's no rock unturned. DeChambeau has made that clear. But some of the best players in the world are mentioning, indirectly, just if they get caught on the YouTube, they say something sometimes that they're not aware they're saying, but they actually are feeling and doing.
And it's great. And you tell the spirit of these people. They are trying to help the consumer.
Right.
They really are. They're trying to entertain first and foremost. And then they're trying to pass along a lot of good information.
They're promoters.
So I love it. I eat it all up. But the last one I want to talk about is, we go back to the launch monitor. What I've been noticing is, I watch, again, a lot of this YouTube golf, and that's when they're a little more candid, a little more loose, and it's a lot of it is off the cuff. It's not rehearsed. It's not scripted. They're hitting shots with the launch monitor right there. And I've seen these videos. I think TaylorMade puts them out. And Scotty Scheffler and some of these TaylorMade staffers are out there calling their shot. They're calling their number, and they've got it committed to feel. So they use that launch monitor to give them the data, but they are actually hitting shots out into the driving range or into the golf course that is giving them feedback, actual real feedback. Where does the ball end up? And look at the numbers.
Yeah.
And based on that, these guys have it dialed in.
Science proofing has been a gift.
Even spin rates.
Yeah.
They know how to control their spin rates and to the number. So what do you think? I mean, at what level does a player benefit from having a personal launch monitor? Right? It isn't for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody that's not ready for it get all messed up from that, right?
Yeah.
So at what point does that help?
Boy, I would probably say someone under the 15 handicap.
Yeah.
Just trying to push something. They can't understand why they're not getting the ball where they used to or they think they should, based on the equipment they purchased and how they were fit, and the numbers don't show up on the golf course. They can go and maybe work with a pro. Like I did some different angles of attack, some different spins, shapes. They can find out if they're hitting it too low, too high, too left, too right from that as well, and that can dial them in.
Yeah, and
they need coaching. I suggest they have other eyes.
I agree. Coaching is absolutely necessary.
I see a lot of these people come out on their own and try to understand it, and then they don't even watch the ball.
No, the launch monitor is not going to teach you how to play golf. It's going to give you data. It's going to give you data. So it's giving you feedback. But
they think it's teaching them something.
Be careful of that. That's not good. But you get the launch monitor, and I think not only is there a certain skill level where it's beneficial, because I think it can also be not beneficial to a highly skilled player, because I think what's also required is high repetition. You have to be committed to putting time into that launch monitor, practicing with it, taking it out to all your range sessions, not just at the driving range, because you go to the driving range, you have range balls. That data is skewed. It's got to be on the golf course with the golf ball you play.
Right.
So this is not as easy as one might think.
As advertised.
No, it is not. Right. But I think if you have ideal conditions, like if you're a member of a country club, or if you have a home course where they have, maybe twilight or sunset rates where you can go out in the late evening and hit a few extra shots, you're not holding up play, that might be helpful. But yeah, I think with the launch monitor, there's a lot of good information there, but it's got to be applied properly.
Right, and maybe we can find something in our schedules to maybe promote that with some of the people that do come with that in that particular private moment on the golf course, just for a brief amount of time, so they can get that experience.
Okay, very good.
So they don't go join a country club just for that. They can join you.
Well, you heard it, folks, and you know what? By you, we mean him. So if you'd like to speak with the coach, want to get hooked up with the coach, or we've also got Mo Radke, we've got John Radke, we've got great instructors here that can help you with that technology, working with your launch monitor. 808-254-2107 or 808-254-1745. Give us a call. You can even call me. I'm Kevin. I'll help put you in touch with them, okay? Aloha, and we'll see you at the Klipper.
Thank you.